Hey everyone, I hope you guys are having a great day. Today I wanted to come on and work a little bit with my Vampirina, which is the LGB Halloween Journal 2022 collab that I am hosting with 10 other channels. And I'm super excited. I did a live showing how to take this journal apart and still keep your signatures together. In that live, I also showed you how to bind it. We took it apart, we added the piece that we needed, and then we put it together, and then the material that I chose, and also what I do with my signatures to shrink them down a bit to get them ready to be able to trim on the side. So if you need a link to that video, it'll be in my description box below. What I did do off screen was sew the seams together just to give it a little interest. When they were pretty obvious, like this one wasn't so obvious that there was a seam there, but when you have contrasting colors like that, it was. So right now, these are all done and ready to go. I did go into my stash and pulled out a Halloween paper pad that I got from Joann's last year. And I'm not sure if I have it readily available, but it was a sweet, I think it was called Halloween Party. And this is very heavy in the purples and pinks. And I wanted to stay true to that and still bring in some traditional Halloween colors like orange and green. So these are 12 by 12 sheets of paper, and all I did was score it down at the 6-inch mark and then turned it and scored it at the 4, so I can create pockets on the first part of my signature. So I'm thinking this will be a 2-signature journal, so I can keep the story consecutive and still have lots of room for embellishment. And I think with this one, these papers, I will just cut these off and use these included into the pages. So I kind of grouped them together where I thought that they would complement each other within each signature. So I have that. And the purpose of today's video is to kind of show you how I create ephemera using, characters that you wouldn't normally find paper pads for. So I love it when it all comes together. I can show you my Coco. He's almost done. Let me just get him off the shelf. And it's the same thing I did with Coco. Coco is a 3-signature book right now, but I did manage to find some of the characters in a similar 8x8 like what I have there now, and create tuck spots and some of the images I used as ephemera. And I think it's a great way to be able to do that. I even use words from the story. So this one says Miguel was thrilled, and he looks like super happy there. So I thought that was cute. So I figured I'll take you along on the ride with me on taking apart this book that was gifted to me from a coworker. Her daughter doesn't use it anymore or outgrew it, not sure, but I'm super happy. And it says there's a spooky poster inside, which it looks like there is. And they're a little on the shiny side, but it's okay. Here's the poster. Got some great images in there. Oh, how cute. So right now, what I'm going to do is just grab the story and just kind of separate it from the book. And if you're a book lover, please don't look. So sorry. I am a book lover, but I'm also a lover of paper and I love giving things new life. I think she didn't want to give it to someone else because the pages, you know, like the poster wasn't intact, and you know, sometimes people are funny that way, and it made no difference to me because I wasn't going to use it as a book, you know. So now what I do is, I think these images are going to be too big, but I think the bats might work. So I'm just going to leave that off to the side. And I'm going to leave this off to the side for now. And I'm just going to take these apart. And I'm going to try to keep them in order, because they still follow a story, right? But it doesn't really matter. I'm after the images, and that's what's important to me. So I'm just going to tear all of these apart. And I should get my board, not my board, but okay. So these are all now apart. Now we can really play. So now we're going to make some decisions, right? So I think about, first I want to see what's on either side. So I think she would be cute on a tag, right? I think that I can probably fussy cut some of these out. So always keep a tag next to me so I can kind of figure out how big I need to go and how much of the image I'm actually using. So I'm just going to put this up to the light so I can get an idea where she's at. And I'm not going to cut her right now, but I am going to, ooh, maybe I can use an index card. Oh, I think she would look cute on an index card. Okay, so let's do that. So I know I'm going to use her, and I'm going to not use her, although she's cute too. I wanted the bigger image. So where's my glue? And we're going to use the side with the lines. So I am going to just glue here to get it down. And I am probably going to come back and sew the edges. This is just to get me started. And let me just figure out where she's at. And we're going to, where's her head? Okay, we're going to go right about here. And I'm going to lose a little bit of her hand, but I think it will work, right? So I'm going to trim this around so you guys can get an idea of how fast and easy this is. Okay. And you can use anything, cardboard. I try not to use things that are too thick because it does add bulk. But this time around, I'm not doing 3 signatures. I'm just doing 2. And I think for the golden books, I actually might stay at 2 because the story will be continuous. And just that fast, here we have a journaling card. Isn't she cute? Look how cute she is. I did lose a little bit of her hand, but that's okay because I can add some trim here and kind of disguise that, you know, couldn't fit her hand. And then let's see. I do know I want to use this word. Let me come in a little wider. And I think that would be really cute to use. And I think that by the time we're done, no one even realizes that there's a comma there. You know what I mean? So I come around, and then that's something else that we can use, right? And we can use V, because that was a name she did use. Doesn't matter if there's a period there. Let's not get caught up on the, let's see, okay. Okay, V. Okay, straighten this out. Doesn't need to be curved. Maybe it does. Okay. All right, so we got that. And then I think that bat is a little too small for me to fussy cut. Maybe even that one. Let's try this one. So now this is now trash. This is now trash. And out of one page, we have some cutes. We have a journaling card. We have some ephemera that we just created. Loki sounds like he wants to bark. There it is. I knew it. I knew it. I know my little boy. Loki, honey. No, no, no. He's just, you know, I turned off the TV, so now he hears any little noise. And you just got to let them know that his presence is known. And that's it. There we go. We got a bat. So out of page 1, this is what we got. Okay. So now here, we can fussy cut her out. We can fussy cut them out. Maybe use them on a longer tag. But I really like this castle. I really like the size of her there. So, what are we to do? So, I can trim this down and make it into a pocket. So let me get my cutting board. Okay, here we go. Since I got the guillotine, I rarely even use this board anymore. Poor thing needs some love and some attention and a good dusting because it has gotten no love. No love. Okay, so where am I? I'm locked. That's where I am. All right, so let's go about here. Where's the castle? Okay. So let's go about there, right? And again, I can use that word Transylvania, so I will cut that out. And let's give the tree. All right, so let's do that. Sorry for the tree. Not gonna need that. And then maybe about 4 inches. No. Let's make it 5 1/8. That gets me right to the edge. Okay. I'm going to keep that on the side just in case. And what I'm going to do now is I am just going to back this up on some paper, which I did not bring. Hold on a minute. Let me get some cardstock. Okay, so scrap drawer. Colors really don't matter, not to me. It's the back of the pocket. I just look for scrap pieces that will fit what I am looking for. And I think that will be enough because I'm going to fussy cut around. So let me move this to the side. And I am going to glue this image down. Right? Glue all of it. You know, I'm going to fussy cut around. And then we're going to glue this onto our paper. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be bigger than what I need it to be, but that's okay. Just cut around it. Okay. And there goes my mat. This is how I get my mat all gunky. Okay, give that a good press. And then get the gunky scissors to cut through the glue. Okay, so we're going to cut that excess off. This now becomes trash. All right, let's glue that down to another piece of paper. And then my good scissors. Oop. Oop, hold on a minute. Lost my pin. And I have a very, very active fur baby that spots everything on the floor. All right. So I'm not going to tear the whole book apart with you guys. I am just going to do a few different formats, different ways, so you guys can get an idea. Okay, so here we are. And I want a fussy cut around her. And once I'm done, I should put on my glasses because this is dark. Okay. I can see. I hope you can see. Okay. And I think doing this with the image when you go around just adds like such a pretty decorative piece element on its own. I mean, of course, I can further embellish in this corner, but I'll give you an idea what it will look like against a page. All right, so we're going to come around here, and then we're going to cut across to her other wing and give that a little border. All right. I used to hate fussy cutting. You have no idea how I hated it. Now, because these elements are very thin, I don't want to fussy cut around that because that just weakens it. So I am just going to cut across, and I am going to give it enough of a background so it can hold. You know, it's going to be a pocket. So we want to make sure that it can hold. All right, and we're going to come around here. Again, these pieces are small. And then come around here. And then I am just going to go straight off the side. All right, there it is. So let me show you what that will look like against a journal page. Look at that. We have a pocket. This is trash. For a card. Isn't that cute? And then when you ink the edges, I'll probably go with black. I think she looks super cute. And then maybe a cluster or something there. And we instantly have a pocket. So that's that. And then, of course, before I lose myself, I think I'm going to want to take this word right out. So I can, and then of course I always look at the back. Oh, I think this is cute. Sometimes something just needs a number. Nothing I can salvage there. Although we got the word vampires. Let's save that just in case. We're vampires. Let's go further up. I think that'll be cute somewhere. It could even just be on a page. Sometimes you just want to add a little something. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. All right, so we'll save that. And then Transylvania was what I was coming after here. Because what would vampires be without Transylvania? So I'll trim that up there and then just bring it down just a smidge. And there you go. What's on the other side? Nothing really important. All right. So on the next page, we have these fun characters, her friends. And then we also have the ghost with the pillow fight. I'm undecided about this image. I really like the ghost with the pillow. I think I can sacrifice her because there's so many images of her, but I really like the fun element of the ghost with the pillow. And I also like, well, if I take the ghost, I'm going to lose all three. I don't like how the image on the feet fade away, but I can skip that page and come back because I'm really undecided. So I love the plant. I love the chef, the skeleton chef. Not too big on the dog. This can be a journaling tag, and this is just a scrap piece of paper that I just pulled out, and I think I can just salvage him and glue him completely down. Let's see. Yep. And get him on a large journaling tag. So I think I'm gonna do that. I am going to probably lose him. So maybe this way. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can go this way instead. Yeah. And let's, okay. All right, I think I got it. I think I got it. So I am going to, now I'm looking through the paper. You can't really see. You can see this image through. But through the dog, I can see where the table ends and where he's at. So I'll know where to glue, because I want to get as much of his image as I can. And kind of just create a box, you know? All right, so I think this is the outline that I'm going for. And I'm pretty sure my paper is big enough to cover all of that. So let's see. We're going to go this way. So the top part was the white part, not worried about that. But I do want him. And I'm just going to check my positioning, make sure, yep, I'm all in. Okay. And of course, I don't have a napkin anywhere. But I do have a squeaky chair. And this chair is brand new. Go figure. How did that happen? And then let me just, Loki's like, Mom, what are you doing? You're squeaking, you're putting me in my feelings. What is going on? All right. Loki, my darling, my darling, my darling. They were napping when I started this whole process, you know? And then I turn off the TV. And yeah. They hear every little noise. So there it is. This is what I got. And then of course I can go back later and start chopping it down. As a matter of fact, I'll chop it down now. Okay. And then I still can make her into a tag. It could be a mini tag like this size that I make out of my manila folders. And I think that's what we're going to do with her. We're going to put her on a tag. Yep. All right, so for this one, I am going to trim off of this edge. All right, and I'm going to trim this one down just a hair. All right, and it's still wet, so shame on me for doing this, but I must because I'm impatient. Okay, let me just fix this and fix that. Okay, so this is what we have. And then I think if I bring this here, I think he's turning into a pocket. I think he's going to turn into a side tuck. That's what I think. So let me just start fussy cutting around him. And then what can happen is when the glue is more dry, I can come around and trim a little off the top. So I hope you're finding this helpful. I know there's quite a few in my crafting community that has not done an altered LGB book, and I just want it to be fun and not stressful. There's a lot of options to create your own ephemera. I think that was the biggest thing. I was like, I don't have ephemera for this. All right, so I think I'm gonna chop him. I'll chop it to the edge, and he can be a corner tuck. I can even come around here, and I think it'll look super cute once it's inked and everything. Let's see. Right? So let's say this is our page. And now, because he's on cardstock, and we have a corner tuck. I can tuck anything in there. I can tuck a few things in there. And I think it looks super cute. I can even, well, once I trim it down, then I'll know how far to go. But yeah, that's all it is. I believe the hardest part for me is trying to figure out what images I'm going to be able to sacrifice, what images I will be able to keep. But just 2 pages, we got a bottom, a pocket, a side tuck, a journaling card, and a future type, and a whole bunch of words that we can even use. So if I wanted to build a cluster, I can take We're Vampires and use some other different little elements and just add them on and build from there. So let me know in the comment field if you found this helpful. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you at the next video. Bye guys.